Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones: A Card Game 2nd Edition tournament video for you. Brought to you by these awesome folks that support the channel at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. Thank you so much for the support. And this one we got Simon playing Martell Kings of Winter against Francis playing Targ, trading with the Qohor. Seen both these players in previous matches in this series. If you haven't seen them, go back and check out the playlist at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. Tons of Thrones playlists there. Lots for you to watch. We got Water Gardens on setup with the Isle of Ravens, Gash and Grey, and a Knights of the Sun against Drogo, Viserys, and a King's Road. And we see Simon's tokens that he made all spread across there. All his add an icon, remove an icon. He has like even specific ones with Nymeria on them to signify who stole the icon. He's got Maester Caliot ones there. I don't know if he's using them for power in this case or he's just having some fun with it, but showing off his wares. Both a couple of awesome dudes. We got from Quebec City, we got Francis driving all the way down to Rochester, New York here to play at Millennium Games. We got Simon on the left, who is a native of the Rochester, New York area in upstate New York. And both gentlemen shaking hands here prior to this top 8 match. Winner goes on to the top 4. Stay tuned. We got a couple top 4 games coming up. I guess both the top 4 games coming up. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also slap that like button on these Thrones videos. Help other people find them. Help the channel grow. We got Dorne's Behest. Flip for the plot on the Martell side into trading with the Pentoshi on the Targ side. So he's going to throw some money at the Martell player. So both interesting decks, not the normal decks you see at the time. Martell Kings of Winter is something I never heard of at the time of this tournament, and Targ Qohor isn't something I really saw much of, but it makes sense with Targ having a lot of good attachments that it could be a thing. So we got Naval hitting trading and making Francis cry inside.
Do we get an extra gold? I do.
And Qohor, since no attachments are out there for the Qohor player, he's giving an extra gold to the Martell player. So as he chokes his opponent's economy, he's definitely thriving over there with his own economy, sort of, thanks to trading and Qohor from his opponent.
That hurts a lot.
It does, it does. That was a bit of luck on my part.
That's stupid for me.
Yeah, Francis realizing that's a dumb play, not thinking Naval was a possibility off of Dorne's Behest.
It only works once.
Yeah.
I will... I'm going to kneel the Water Gardens to reduce the cost of my next.
So Water Gardens reducing by 1 since Dorne's Behest is in the use pile, so he does get a reduction here off at first turn. And we get Starfall out there, use the steal an icon off a character. It's going to help prevent Drogo from going all crazy with multiple military challenges if you can steal military icons.
Sand. In reaction to her coming into play, I'll return a character costing 1 to your hand.
So Viserys bouncing back to hand off of Doria's Sand there.
And then I will...
Just help whittling down the board, choking the opponent, making it hard for him to play anything, and hard for having a board here on the first turn. Very interesting. And Loreza Sand, who I believe after a unique Martell character dies, you draw a card. So a dupe on Khal Drogo. He needs some march protection, though. Uh-oh. He's got a King's Road there. He's got to put somebody back out there. He's going to pop it. At least he's got Viserys he can put back into play, but he's going to put Rhaegal out there. So he's got the other Viserion dragon in there. He's got Milk.
Already did.
Alright, challenges over to the Martell player.
Challenges action, I will kneel this.
Oh, I see. He's got his tokens already there. Drogo, or Khal Drogo, sorry, loses a military icon.
Do
He's going to push the military challenge through with the Knights of the Sun. And no defenders. Khal Drogo Dupe goes for claim.
I will do a intrigue challenge with.
He's going to do an intrigue challenge for 1 with Doria Sand. Fully blocked with Rhaegal to protect the hand of the Targ player.
And that is all for me.
Won't do any challenges.
All right, you win dominance.
And no challenges from the Targ player, of course. He doesn't want to walk into Gaston Grey.
I have to discard down to 5. I will discard Southern Messenger.
So they're both going to have to pitch some cards here to taxation. Targ player, since he couldn't really get anything out of his hand, getting hit by that naval superiority. But we see a Southron Messenger put in the discard pile. The Martell player, helping him seed a future flea bottom we know is going to eventually show up. So he's thrown away Silver Steed, Milk of the Poppy, a couple of characters. I think that's what we saw there. We got Wraiths in their midst, hitting a Time of Plenty.
Details. Thorn or Dragon?
Don't you have? Oh, we have type for power. Heads. Dragons. I will.
So the coin flip goes to the Martell player. He gets to choose who goes first.
You go first. So we draw 2.
Draw 3. Hey, that is what I want. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So Martell player going first. 5 gold to work with. And the Kings of Winter agenda not hitting the Targ player's agenda since it is a summer, so you get to collect the full gold from that. And there's the flea bottom. That didn't take long.
Blood Orange Grove.
And we have Blood Orange Grove into play, using it right away. And there's Nymeria stealing some more icons.
Sit on 1.
So I see what he's doing here. He's choking you, stealing your icons, making you not have a fun day. We got a Targ Loyalist in there for 1. King's Road. It's a bodyguard, I think, out there on Khal Drogo. There's Viserys. And we got Jogo using the King's Road. Got 2 cards left, I think, and 2 gold left for the Targ player. Looks like he's debating playing anything else here, whether he saves it for a future round. Is why he's looking at his plots. And we got a Drogo's Arak on Khal Drogo. The problem is you don't really want to attack with him on military. I think it only works On the first in military, he initiates.
Cards in hand?
One. Does he remove an icon, or
This one?
only removes from the challenge once there's less than 2?
Removes from the challenge when there's less.
Doesn't remove any icons.
Doesn't remove.
So that Drogo's the rocks given Khal Drogo +2 strength. And he does not kneel when declared as an attacker in the first military challenge to initiate each round. So yeah, he might have to run into that Gash and Gray. That's the problem if he's going to take advantage of that.
Military challenge with the
So I don't think he's stolen any icons yet, so he's going to start his challenges here. I think he's going to play the game of make his challenges, see what's left, and then remove icons from that so he doesn't get hit back with any challenges. So Khal Drogo blocking the Knights of the Sun here on a military challenge.
take his power.
He steals a power icon off Khal Drogo. And are we going to see Flea Bottom bring that South Realm Messenger into play and bounce a character back? So all those Sand Snakes get a power icon. Yeah, here's the Flea Bottom. And then South Realm Messenger. And Khal Drogo can't even stay in play, even on defense. Poor guy.
Unopposed. Claims one.
And claim is the Targ Loyalist. Which I'm not sure is the right call, to be honest. I mean, at this point, with your econ troubles, having a Targ Loyalist out there to reduce by 1 might be what you need. But, I mean, a reset could be coming here shortly, so what do I know? Might see Valar Morghulis played by the Targ player next turn.
Power challenge for 4.
So, 4 strength power challenge coming in off Nymeria.
You didn't do an injury yet, right?
No entry. Yep.
Unopposed?
He's going to oppose the power with Jogo, losing the 1 power he had on his house guard.
I will do I will remove an intrigue icon from Rhaegal.
So Rhaegal loses an intrigue icon to Starfall. Then Doria's going to come in on the intrigue challenge for 1. And that will go unopposed. And he grabs, was that Jiqui? On the intrigue claim. And over to the Targ player for his challenges.
No challenges.
And no challenges from the Targ player. And the South Realm Messenger going to the bottom of the deck off the Flea Bottom effect wearing off. So this Martell deck doing work here. Removing icons, bouncing characters back to hand, making his opponent saying no challenges, while also squeaking out a little bit of power each round. So yeah, very interesting. Putting the squeeze on him here.
My reserve is good, by the way.
Yep.
Yours was fine as well, 4 cards.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize. I used to have so many preserving things. I will discard.
So just catching that the Martell player there trying to cheat and keep some extra cards in hand for Taxation Simon. But then instead he, poor guy, has to put another South Realm Messenger in his discard pile. Darn, it sucks when that happens. Oh, man. So we got King in the North into first snow of winter. So I don't see a king on either side at this point.
Say that I am first player.
So at least we won't get any Gaston Grey triggers, Flea Bottom triggers, Icon Stealing triggers.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Targ player might be able to actually get something done this round, but then again, he doesn't get any of his own triggers. And he only gets 4 gold. He's getting choked by the winner agenda here. So let's see the Martell player going first. Throws out a Rose Garden for his limited. Or Rose Road, sorry, Rose Road.
I bet. Those are good cards.
But yeah, I should have opened time and play instead.
That's
Yeah, the Targ player mentioning here, he realizes he should have opened Time and Plenty. Should have played the safe play. I don't know if he had really anything he wanted to bomb in there off that 10 gold. He did have a King's Road too, so...
but I thought you might open with something a bit different because of the Qohor.
I wanted to open time when I changed last minute.
Yeah, it sounds like he was going to do Time of Plenty, and then he changed last minute, wanted the extra gold, didn't need the cards, I guess. And it burned him. And Simon mentioning he doesn't know his open Doran's Behest, as we've seen in previous games in this series. He didn't know his open Doran's Behest. Sometimes he saves it for the second turn.
Not too worried about that. Just, I will. So, in order for you to have something you can play, you will need to play a Duke of Viserys, then a Bodyguard. Should be bad. Or you could have a Duke on Rhaegal. Don't really like that either. So let's just do this. Knights of the Sun.
So he plays out a Knights of the Sun, which makes sense on a first snow turn. And then he can use Nymeria and the Starfall at least to control some icons of whatever is left on the board of his opponent. Did he get a dupe for Viserys? Did he get a dupe for Rhaegal? We'll see here. Right now, Jogo is the only one staying playing unless he's got another 4-cost character or dupes. I think he might be screwed here.
I could play something.
Yeah.
He's not going to play anything. I'll leave Jogo alone. Poor Jogo.
That's the only character in your dead pile?
Yep.
I will do a military challenge with Knights of the Sun.
So Knights of the Sun coming in on a military. Jogo's going to block the unopposed, die for claim. And the board is completely wiped for the Targ Qohor player. No locations, no characters, and now no power.
No claim, right?
Yeah, I had one. I just remembered.
So he's getting renowned on his Knights of the Sun now. Power claim, unopposed.
Yep.
Should have stolen an icon first using Nymeria. Oh wait, he couldn't. He has no king. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, or he would. Yeah, never mind. Yep, he had to play it honest there, since the king in the north is flipped.
Sorry, my reserve is 5. I lose 1 card. I will lose.
So they both got to chuck some cards for reserve here.
Sorry. Water Gardens and hope you don't have political disaster. Khal Drogo. He is an expensive person.
So Khal Drogo getting discard there to taxation. We got close call into breaking ties.
First player?
I will say that
So another board disruption plot here.
you can go first.
Draw a card.
Draw a card.
So he moves Jogo, draws a card off close call, and they both draw.
I get my full 5 gold.
Yeah, expected a Valor Morghulis there, but from the Targ player, but maybe he's not playing it.
was an argument online.
So it duped Viserys. You saw the dupe now.
Economy locations are good for the game.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm of the opinion that they are bad for the game because of just this reason.
And a bodyguard on Viserys. A breaker of chains. Uh-oh. That's, desperate times. Desperate times.
Ultron Viserys.
He is in good shape. Alright, I collect.
It's too bad he didn't see that Viserys one turn earlier. Oh, man. Could have saved him from bouncing back from first snow. Could use him for claim.
I am going to pay 1 to play Secret Schemes.
So secret schemes for some card draw here by the Martell player.
Qohor.
Okay. Heal that. Pay 1. Green Blood Trader.
And there's Green Blood Trader. That's one of those cheap loyals you need to bounce for breaking ties. It's going to get some card draw off it first, though. Maybe even a challenge out of it. But nothing to really bounce, I don't think. I think it's only character or location you can bounce. I don't think you can hit attachments. I could be wrong. Let's check.
Blood Orange Grove.
Yeah, it's non-loyal character or location can be returned to its owner's hand. Yeah, so no targets really to hit on breaking ties anyway. Not like the Martell player needs it.
That. And pay 1 for Doria's Sand. I will attempt to return Viserys to your hand.
And Doria's Sand coming in. And Viserys tries to put Viserys back in hand, but he saves himself, so the dupe falls off, obviously. Or a dupe used to save from him bouncing back. And we know there's a Southron Messenger in the discard pile that can just send him back to hand anyway.
Draw him back to your hand instead.
I could have, but I have other plans for her. And then I will lose all these cards to reserve. No economy or no reserve adders. It's real.
I really don't feel bad right now.
I know. No, I know. I'm sorry. I will. In fact, I won't even get to use Breaking Ties because you don't have anything I can bounce. So I'm going to pay 1 to put a card into the shadows. It's gonna go.
So putting a card into shadows there.
And that is all for me. Do you have any actions before challenges? I'm going to mix his thing.
It's going to steal Power Icon using Amiri there.
Your challenges.
My challenges. I will do a military challenge with Knights of the Sun.
And we got a mill coming in, Knights of the Sun.
Opposed.
And Bodyguard used to keep him in play.
I will do a power challenge.
Francis not giving up here. Then we got a power challenge coming in, Knights of the Sun. They're going to get some renown, unopposed, no claim.
And an intrigue challenge.
And then an unopposed intrigue. Is that it? I think he's at 13 now on the Martell side.
And dominance yours.
Hang on, I'm gonna dominance or action. I'm going to shuffle Secret Schemes. Back
So he's doing an Isle of Ravens there to put Secret Schemes back in the deck. He's going to shuffle it.
You're missing 2. 1 once you get dom.
one once I get done.
That's game.
Yeah, I think Francis is calling it here. He's saying that's game.
I have Valor D, but
Valor G. Okay, yeah. I was gonna return Emiria to my hand. So it was a great Valor.
Yeah, even with the plots he has, it sounds like he doesn't have anything. So congrats to Simon. He's moving on to the top 4. Like I said before, stay tuned to look for those top 4 games coming up on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that little alarm bell button to be notified when they go up. And yeah, just appreciate you guys being here watching. Thanks for the guys playing on camera. More Thrones coming. Hit that like button. See you in the next one. Thanks a lot.